We Have a Ghost is an American supernatural horror comedy movie in 2023, based on Jeff Manaugh's 2017 short story, Ernest. The movie was written and directed by Christopher Landon. The movie featured David Harbour, Jahi Winston, Tig Notaro, Jennifer Coolidge, and Anthony Mackie. The film's release on Netflix on February 24, 2023 drew mixed reviews from critics. Curious about this movie? Let us take you through it and let you decide for yourself whether to see it or not. Please don't forget to like this video and subscribe to our channel if you think the movie We Have a Ghost is one of the best movies ever. And don't forget to share your thoughts with us in the comments section below. So, let's review the We Have a Ghost movie for all you binge watchers out there and see if we can break it down in 12 minutes. Casting 9.0 out of 10. Ranking up to $75.3 million in budget. The movie casting is rated 9.0 because of the amazing performance of its star-studded cast. The We Have a Ghost movie features a couple of star actors and actresses, which consists of David Harbour playing Ernest, Jahi Winston playing Kevin Presley, Tig Notaro playing Dr. Leslie Monroe, Erica Ashe playing Melanie Presley, Jennifer Coolidge playing Judy Romano, Anthony Mackie playing Frank Presley, Faith Ford playing Barbara Mangold, Niles Fitch playing Fulton Presley, Isabella Russo playing Joy Yoshino, Stephen Coulter playing Deputy Director Arnold Shipley. Plot 9.5 out of 10. I think this movie plot deserves more than a 9.5 rating. With amazing plot twists that showcase the talent of the writer, We Have a Ghost is definitely one movie you should look out for. This movie is centered on a particular family who stumbled upon a great discovery in their new home. Finding a ghost named Ernest haunting their new home turns Kevin's family into overnight social media sensations. Seeking a new beginning in Chicago, the Presleys move into a dusty fixer-upper that soon becomes clear and has a catch: a ghost in the attic named Ernest, played by David Harbour. Despite Ernest's attempts to scare Kevin, Jahi Winston, the disconnected, music-obsessed youngster quickly finds a kindred spirit in this lost soul from the 1970s and commits to assisting him. Meanwhile, Kevin's affable yet harsh father, Frank, Anthony Mackie, attempts to capitalize on Ernest by making him a social media sensation. When Frank's video of Ernest becomes viral, the family comes to the attention of Dr. Leslie Monroe, Tig Notaro, a washed-up paranormal scientist who contacts her former boss, CIA Deputy Director Arnold Shipley, Steve Coulter, resuming a covert program aimed at capturing a ghost. As crowds, media, and government officials descended on the Presley mansion, it's up to Kevin and his sharp-witted fellow outcast neighbor Joy, Isabella Russo, to break Ernest out, solve the mysteries of his past, and provide him with the closure he requires before it's too late. The Presleys are shown a house by a real estate agent 1 year after the previous owners fled in terror. Suspicious of the low price, they began to ask questions, but the real estate agent maintains that prices have recently been low. The youngest, Kevin, investigates a sound in the attic on the first night. A ghost appears using his phone's light. He departs after he fails to scare Kevin and instead receives a laugh. Kevin returns to the attic and settles down to converse with the ghost. He is unable to communicate and has no recollection of his past. Kevin refers to him as Ernest because that is the name on his bowling jersey. Kevin's big brother Fulton bursts in. Ernest assists Kevin while he's bullying him for his phone. Fulton discovers a video Kevin took of Ernest when he first met him and quickly demonstrates to their father Frank that a spirit inhabits their new home. Frank builds a YouTube channel, obtains additional films of him, and, after convincing Mel that they can benefit from him, makes the ghost and his family famous on the internet. Kevin meets Joy, his neighbor in high school. She refers to his residence as the House of Death. They meet in the library after the video of Ernest goes viral, and Joy quickly discovers that the house's owner, Ernest S., resided there from 1965 to 1971 and is now living elsewhere. Judy Romano, a West Bay cable TV medium, arrives to film Ernest. Kevin watches several horror clips to make himself scarier. Ernest quickly scares her staff, but even Judy reacts in panic, jumping out the window. The post of the madam's reaction went viral at an unprecedented rate. Joy persuades Kevin to take Ernest to a tavern once owned by the house's previous owner to spark his memory. They learn more about Ernest's past, beginning with a photo of him with the previous house owner, and then he becomes obsessed with a small blonde girl in the park. On the other hand, Dr. Leslie Monroe pays Frank and Mel a visit and tells them about an old CIA program she used to run. The purpose of Wizard Clip was to capture a ghost. When the expense of the initiative was revealed to the public, it was canceled, making her the scapegoat. Frank kicks her out when she tries to persuade him that Ernest is dangerous. A viral video of Ernest with the girl in the park triggers the CIA. They break into the Presley residence, but Kevin, Joy, and Ernest have already left for Oklahoma in search of the previous owner. The Presleys are coerced into appealing to catch the group the next morning. They outrun the multiple police cruisers after them after seeing the broadcast on a convenience shop TV. When the man arrives at the house in Oklahoma, he narrates the story of Randy, our Ernest, who he claims became a drinker when his wife died while giving birth. He vanished after leaving his 4-year-old daughter with them. The CIA swoops in once Ernest makes himself visible. Kevin is depressed at home. Frank apologizes to him, admitting that he has been selfish at the expense of the family. He also informs Kevin that he's a lot better man than himself. An aggressive agent in the CIA facility is wearing a pin that triggers his memory. June was dragged away by his old friend's wife, and he killed him with a strike to the head. Ernest is being punished for failing to cooperate, but Dr. Monroe assists him because they had a great meeting previously, and she senses his goodwill. Ernest S. arrives at the house to murder Kevin, believing he is assisting the ghost Ernest in exacting retribution. He follows him to the attic, where Ernest and Frank throw him out the window. The CIA interrogates Kevin to find Ernest, the ghost. He doesn't say anything, but a flashback shows Kevin and Frank reuniting him with his now 50-year-old daughter, June. Ernest is now at peace and departs happily. The Presleys are moving again, but only a few miles away. Kevin and Joy are now married. The film We Have a Ghost was released in February 2023, with Christopher Landon writing and directing, and Jeff Manaugh, whose short story inspired it, serving as executive producer. Landon's first choice for the role of Ernest was Harbour, who told Entertainment Weekly, "I thought the job would be difficult because there is no dialogue, so he has to accomplish so much with so little. We met, and he told me he was frightened of doing it, which I thought was amazing because it showed that he was vulnerable, curious, and excited. By the end of our encounter, I believe we both agreed that it was a good fit." Cinematography, 9.0 out of 10. With top-notch cinematography, I think the cinematography deserves a 9.0 rating. The talented Mark Spicer did the cinematography for the We Have a Ghost film. Mark Spicer, who has worked on various films, including Escape Room, 2019, The Fate of the Furious, 2017, and Lights Out, 2016, once again demonstrated his incredible talent in the We Have a Ghost film. Location, 8.5 out of 10. We Have a Ghost filming locations got an 8.5 rating because of the amazing structure that enabled the scenes to be shot effectively, most especially the chase sequence scene, which was shot along Mississippi Street. You don't want to miss it. The principal photography for the film, We Have a Ghost, began in August 2021 in Donaldsonville and New Orleans. Where else could the film have been shot except in the gorgeous city of New Orleans? The film was most likely shot in the city due to the amazing structure that the city gives. Production was halted a few weeks into filming due to Hurricane Ida's arrival in Louisiana. Production continued in October to conclude filming sequences in the West Bank city of Ascension Parish. The movie, We Have a Ghost, is a movie that's very high in demand because of the amazing skills of the main characters. Winston feels like a future star. He's so confident and comfortable at a young age. Harbour excels in a role that could have been all exaggerated posturing to compensate for minimal lines. There's enough to like in the two of them to keep kids and their parents from checking social media too frequently while it's playing. But it lacks the punch that would make them put their phones down for good. There's simply a lack of urgency, particularly in the third act, which repeats concepts and ends multiple times. Due to the amazing plot twist of this movie, it has gathered more positive comments than negative ones from viewers. Did you already add this movie to your watch list? You're missing a lot if you haven't watched this movie yet. We publish movie reviews like this every week. So if you like what you see, hit the subscribe button and notification bell for upcoming movie reviews. If you have any requests, drop them down below, fam. We would love to know your thoughts. Also, check out and watch related content published on our channel above. You don't want to miss the tea.